Today marks a special day on our lives as students of Consolacion College, Bacolod. We have survived the 10 months of sleepless nights reviewing the lesson, the shading of circles on monthly test papers, the essays on periodical tests, the haircut inspection every first week of the month, the violations that pile up on our records, and the possibility of not graduating on this day. We have conquered them, seniors. And as we sit and watch the 2-week practice of our graduation finally happening, we could not help but let the film strip of memories flash in our minds. My fellow graduates, we are in this very moment not by chance, but by the choices that we have made for the past 4 years in high school. Choices that led to success, to failures, choices that caused commendation and criticism, and choices that left us proud and regretting. We are scarred by wrong choices and uplifted by the right ones. And that is what keeps us going. That is what keeps us human. We fell down 7 times, but we got up 8 times. We have performed under pressure, and we have succeeded. And when we are discouraged by the thought of making wrong decisions, Paulo's words remind us, nothing in the world is ever completely wrong. Even a stop clock is right twice a day. There were times when we felt hopeless and useless to make things happen under our hands. But we were able to fight a good fight because we chose not to be swallowed up by negativity, but by positivity. And it is this virtue that will keep us going. As Paulo's words prompt us, it's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. But he also said, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. So this goes to say that life is not an easy skirmish, but a tricky combat. His great words continue. Everything tells me that I am about to make a wrong decision, but making mistakes is just part of life. What does the world want of me? Does it want me to take no risks? To go back to where I came from, because I didn't have the courage to say yes to life. So my fellow LCCians, when we go out there and face another chapter of our lives, we must not be afraid to take risks. We should not be afraid to dream bigger dreams. We should continue to aim high as LCCians. That wherever we may go, we carry within us the Augustinian values and put on the image of an LCCian. So 10 years from now, we can go back to our alma mater, strengthened by the mistakes we have committed and inspired by the success we have reached. When we come back here, we can proudly say that we have said yes to life. The 12 years I have nested in LCC has been a remarkable experience. We grew in all aspects in the portals of this school. I could not imagine who I am today without the motherhood of LCC in my life. This is an institution that taught us not just to read, but also to write our own stories to tell. She taught us not just to watch, but to be the actors on stage and do the act. Not just to know people's name, but to acquaint oneself and prove LCC's brand as a community of friends. LCC taught us how to lose and how to win, how to take pride and how to concede, how to listen and how to speak. She has been both our training ground and battlefield. So must I say, LCC has been a mother, a comrade, a teacher, a home, and a school to all of us. I knew well we all have to study for our future. I knew well that we needed education to set ourselves to the standard of our competitive society. I knew that it is a must and a prerequisite. But as years have gone, I met notable people on the array of books and articles I have read who inspired the world without having so much education. And that fact left me thinking, how can a dropout student of Harvard acquire a high level of intelligence quotient and own the biggest computer empire in the world? How can a weird boy who cannot even follow simple rules and couldn't even stay in a regular school be considered as the father of physics? I learned well in high school as I grew that I have the power to say no, and that likewise the mandate to say yes. High school taught me to stand firm and stoutly to the decisions I wished to make and made. Safe to say, high school has been our fearless years. We were never afraid to neither speak our minds nor make the most foolish acts. And I know that as we start to grow and mature, we tend to lose the essence of being carefree, the spirit of being a kid. I do not regret making the bravest decision in my life to enjoy high school and accept what it has to offer. And sadly, this spirit has caused other people to think of me very differently because I have not lived up to their expectation. I was tired of people wanting me to be the person they had in mind and the person of their own standard. Then one day it hit me and I made the valiant choice to be myself. With this, I am truly grateful for my parents who supported me in the kind of approach I wanted to take as an achiever. They set me on my own feet, let me realize what I want and how I wanted it to be. Then it got me thinking that being top of the class wouldn't assure me of the greatest success among others. Being the top of the class would earn me an adornment on myself, on my name, but it wouldn't define my life in the next 10 years or so. Being the valedictorian delineated my performance and academic standing, but it is never an assurance of my future, because our assurance will always be our attitude. We thank the smiles from the great people who are present here today to witness our milestone, and to the people who witnessed this ceremony from above. We thank the school's administration for standing as the pillars and support to our school endeavors, our teachers and mentors who are currently in front of us, beaming with joy, knowing that they will soon add more architects, doctors, businessmen, accountants, and more professionals to their list. Thank you, our dear teachers, for your sacrifices as our second parents, for treating us as one of your children, and for spending more time, effort, and love, more than what is expected from you, more than what is required from your job. We also feel the pride of our parents, whom we are beyond grateful for enrolling us in this institution and for being our fallback in times of failures and trauma in school. We acknowledge the love that sometimes we have never understood, the love that got us long sermons, strict house rules, and the love that got us grounded for weeks. From our hearts, We thank you and we love you in the most secretive and hidden way. Likewise to my own parents, Ma, Pa, thank you for understanding me, even though at times I am not worth understanding. Most of all, we thank God for making everything possible and being with us through our everyday battles. Remain humble and grounded amidst the height of success and achievements you have achieved. As Pope Francis has said, when you are at the top, be kind to the people you were with when you were at the bottom. Because they are the same people you will be with when you fail and go back at the bottom again. Restless is my heart until it rests in thee. To the Sisters, Our Lady of Consolation, to our distinguished guests, the administrators, faculty, parents, relatives, friends, my fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
There is always room for a story that can transport people to another place. A quotation that I have lifted from J.R. Rowling, the phenomenal author of the Harry Potter